Hey, it's Dr. Schmidt. So I did this video recently about this, and I want to go over these three columns again quickly. But I've thought of some new things I want to share with you about this. And the point is, we need to win this. This column right here, natural and effective for curing disease. That's an illegal statement. The FDA hates that statement. I got to take this down because it's distracting me. We have to have effective cures for all diseases, and they exist, and they are ignored here. And this is medicine. This is hospitals, 25,000 hospitals, 1 million medical doctors. And the cures are ignored here. Epidemiologist, Dr. Fauci, he's not seeing a patient. He doesn't practice medicine. The epidemiologist, Dr. Birx, Bill Gates, they don't see patients. They don't want cures because they want to sell their vaccines. They have two things to sell. Number one, vaccines. Number two, stay at home, wash your face, wash your hands, don't touch your face, wear a mask. That's all they have. And so if there was a medicine that cured the pandemic, these people would be ignored. They would go out of business. And I've seen in the news several times some politicians saying that, well, at least we've learned one thing, is that the county health officials are super important, or the governors are super important, or whatever politician is super important. Yeah, they're only important because the medicine can't cure this. Now, I've mentioned Dr. Brownstein, Dr. Zelenko, there's Judy Mikovits, and I can't forget Dr. Shiva. I put him down here at the bottom. If you've seen my videos, if you've seen my channel, you certainly know about Dr. Shiva. So there's plenty of people that have good answers, whether they use pharmacological dosing of vitamins and minerals, or they use herbs or whatever. There's plenty of very fast, very cheap solutions. And there was a spa in Detroit, a suburb, Novi, it's called Novi, called Allure Spa. And they got raided by 15 FBI agents because they were promoting a cure for COVID. And I read the article about it. And there were other things that they were doing all the way back to January of 2019, including Medicare fraud for billing on varicose veins. So there's a history with that particular spa, but it made the news because they're using IV vitamin C to stop a cure. I don't know what they were saying. I never saw their ad, but they were doing something with COVID with vitamin C. So the people that might have a solution, they're in fear because they might get raided by the FBI. And this guy it did show up in court, and I guess he's in trouble for things even prior to COVID over a year ago. So now, if these people win, if the epidemiologists like Dr. Fauci win, and they have more power, what will we get from that in the future? Well, coronavirus is going to come back. It comes back, it seems like every 5 years. And we had SARS, we had MERS, there's bird flu, and there's Hanta flu and stuff like that. It'll come back. There's no doubt about it. When? I don't know. I don't work in the bioengineering labs that manipulate viruses for gain of function. So I don't know when they're going to release that in the air, whether purposefully or accidentally. So what are we going to get if these people are in charge? We're going to get no solutions other than another vaccine, which may take a year, and we'll get another lockdown. We can't have them win. Now, in medicine, they don't have any solutions either. But what they do is they receive patients, they put them in a bed, and then what they do is they're routing bodies. And it's very simplified. I'm sure I'm going to piss off a lot of MDs and hospital workers, but you don't have a solution. You don't have a cure for this. And so bodies come in and bodies leave, whether the person is dead or alive. You're shuffling bodies around. After that, you're shuffling paper. And tell me what your product is. What do you do at the end? Because I read an article, this guy's talking about they're overworked at the hospital, but they're seeing less patients, thankfully. They show up at work, they wear their masks, and they wear their goggles. They got marks on their face, and they have a huddle in the beginning of the day, and they mourn the losses. Okay, that's not your job. Your job is a cure. And medicine is not curing this COVID problem. And I've been talking about this since, the beginning of the pandemic, and it's your job. We can't let medicine win this because they're not winners at it. We can't let them be in charge because of the lack of results of their product. Their product is curing patients. They can't cure heart disease. They can't cure cancer. They can't cure diabetes. They can't cure obesity. They can't cure scleroderma. They can't cure hives. They can't cure the common cold. I don't know what they can cure. Premature babies that can make them breathe better with surfactants. And there's a lymphoma and leukemias that they can cure. And they're good at ERs. Emergency rooms are good. Otherwise, there's nothing else that I'm impressed by when it comes to regular medicine. So if medicine wins at this COVID thing, and now they have more power, they're more in charge, what do we get in the future 5 years from now when we get the coronavirus again? We're going to get the status quo. We're going to get expensive non-solutions. And and these people stop the natural solutions. Epidemiologists stop medical solutions. Medicine stops natural solutions. So when I'm looking at the people online, all my heroes, they have a wide variety of substances that cure and prevent COVID. And they're possibly in fear of being arrested and removed from their office and ending up in jail. That's the status of our healthcare system. It's really pathetic. It's sad. So we can't let these people be in charge because we see the results. And even though we're past, over the hump and everybody's got a ventilator if they need it, everybody's got a hospital bed if we need it. At least in Michigan, we're still on lockdown for 3 more weeks, completely unnecessary. And it's a power trip. That's what that is. I'm sorry to get it political, but that's the way it is here in Michigan. And, on the first day of this shutdown, there were no cars on the road. I still have an essential job. I'm coming in the office. My job is to prevent people from going to the hospital and prevent people from going to the ER and prevent people from taking dangerous drugs. So that's why I'm able to continue to work. But now as I drive into work and out, there's tons of cars. There's a lot of cars on the road. People are fed up with this, and I don't blame them. So that's the future if the epidemiologists get more and more power, more lockdowns, and then vaccines, and they're going to stop cures. That's what's going to happen. So it's your choice if you want to take a vaccine because Bill Gates, man, he's pushing for it. And that's the other thing is it doesn't matter. Epidemiologists put you in a group. There's groups of people that go to school, people that go to work, people that need a driver's license. And then they do something in that process of going to school or getting your driver's license or applying for, a loan at the bank. They will stop you in that process in order to get you to get their vaccine. That's the plan. So if you want to renew a business license, renew a driver's license, you're going to have to get a vaccine. That's their plan. So even in this office, we have some phlebotomists that work for us, and they could draw blood on patients. But we just learned recently that, and we stopped it. We stopped any sort of a pinprick to get ketones or glucose. But we have to supply a vaccine to staff in order to have patients get a pinprick. So they tied in our patient care with the mandate of a vaccine available to our staff. So that's that's how politicians think. They're going to interfere with normal business in order to push their agenda. So that's the status of epidemiologists win in this. And in the medical field, expensive non-solutions, you know how it is. It's been this way since the beginning of time with pharmaceutical-based, poison-based, knife-based medicine. So that's why these people need to be in charge because the solutions are present and they've been known for a long time and they're clinically relevant. And you can see it in individual offices, various people who are having success with whatever condition, and they report it. It's in the journals, unless it's kicked out of the journals. It's in the social media, and they're more than willing to share how to solve various health conditions, including COVID. And They're waving their hands and they're like, hey, look at this. We're having great success. We have 100% success. And these people, the medical people, are completely ignoring it. It's a shame. It's a crime. So, but you're forced to go here. That's another crime. You have to go here if you have COVID. So now the bottom line is it's all about money. It's dollars. Okay, so where are you going to spend your dollars? Well, the dollars that you have are put into a big pool. It's called third-party money. And now you don't own those dollars anymore, and neither does any individual. And there's going to be a group of people that are in control of that money. So like, for example, politicians, and they give that money to epidemiologists. So these people have unlimited funds, all paid for by the government. And medicine is a combination of third-party money plus money coming in from insurance companies and from patients paying out of their pocket. Okay, and from businesses, payroll, healthcare benefits. So this is third-party money plus coming from patients directly. These people over here, the holistic effective, it's primarily patients' money coming out of their pocket, a little bit of insurance. So you don't have control over this. When the government gives the epidemiologists all their millions, they give $3.4 million to the Wuhan lab in China to investigate viruses. You don't have control of that. So these people, it looks like they will always, always, always win because they have unlimited funds. So the point is, it's you as an individual making a decision to go this route, to do the effective holistic route, whether you go with the holistic MD or naturopath or whatever, and make sure it's effective. That's the key, because there's plenty of holistic doctors that they're not very effective. And at the very least, they're not prescribing poisonous medications, but you want your health to improve. When I give people supplements, I'm expecting them to get better. And I talk to them in 4 weeks or in 6 weeks on the phone. And then I hear, yeah, I'm 10% better. I'm a little bit better, maybe. I'm 30% better. That's what I expect. Now, sometimes I'll tell people like, look, I'm going to start you on these products initially. You may not feel any better now, but we're going to work towards the next product. Okay, that's rare that I do that, but there's this path, there's a step-by-step process to get to the next product and to the next level of health. But in 3 months, in 6 months, I'm expecting people to be 30, 40, 50% better that fast. So there's my little tirade on we need these people to win. We need these people to be in control of policy. These are the people that are getting taken down off of YouTube, and they're being censored by the big tech / medical / epidemiologists who need to be in charge. These people are in charge by force, and they steal your money through taxes, and they're censoring you. They're censoring people like me and Dr. Erickson and et cetera. And it's a battle. It's a battle. And the holistic people, effective people can't lose this battle. This shutdown is like a turning point. It exposes the weaknesses of medicine and epidemiology. Epidemiology, these are the people that said 2 million Americans will die from COVID. They're also the same people that say that meat is bad, animal protein is bad, animal fat is bad, saturated fat is bad. And all of that is false. These people, epidemiologists, kill more people than COVID easily every year. 400,000 people die from heart disease. 400,000 people die from cancer. It's because they're eating a high fiber diet, a low meat, high fiber, meaning high grains, high bread, USDA food pyramid. That's all epidemiology. The epidemiologists are the enemy, to be honest. They think they know what they're doing. They think they're right, but they're working with non-scientific data. They're working with predictions. They're working with surveys, but they don't do clinical trials. They don't do science. Science means you do a clinical trial where you have a placebo and you have a control group and you have a group that you're experimenting on. They don't do that. So the epidemiologists are the enemy. That's my opinion. You can quote me on that too. And you can do what you want with that information. So thanks for listening. I wanted to end this quickly. Sorry, I don't want to answer any questions. And take care. See you at the next video. And you can call the office. I'll put that information below if you need our help. We're doing a great job improving people's health, whether it's for, flu symptoms or chronic intestinal problems or brain fog or fatigue. We're doing a great job with that. And you can go to our website. We have 1,900 4- and 5-star ratings on our website. We have over 200. We're at 4.9 out of 5 stars on our Google review. So you can see we got that social media advocacy and what's the term I'm looking for? Validation from our patients and from the people who learn from us. So I'm not just blowing smoke out my ears. If it's true, it's not bragging. All right, take care.